All right, welcome back to the channel. Max Tornow here. If you like the idea of being free, you like the idea of being your own boss, being financially secure, being able to travel the world, then I have the two most powerful and most detrimental words you could ever utter to yourself for you. And those are what if. Those are very powerful words because of the following reason. You never want to wonder what if. You never want to, be 80 years and on your deathbed and wonder, I wonder what would have happened if I had taken that step. You always want to be in that position where you say, okay, I know because I did it. And either you fail or you win. It doesn't even matter that much, but at the end of the day, you do not want to ask yourself those two words, what if? And this video is dedicated to you. So if you like the idea of being free, if you like the idea of being your own boss, of being financially secure, this video is for you. Let's get started.
Have you ever wondered whether there's more to life than a boring dead-end 9-to-5 job? Have you ever dreamed about breaking free, traveling the world, making good money, and just enjoying life? No more office dress code, no morning commute, no boss. This channel is for you, so here's to your freedom.
All right, as we're outside in the veranda of my apartment, it's slowly starting to get colder. Summer is coming to an end. And interestingly enough, just the other day I got a message by someone, and I'm not going to say his real name, let's call him Johnny. And Johnny wrote something on the Instagram DMs to me saying, Max, I've been following you for a while now. I've been playing with the idea of becoming my own boss for around 2 years now. But I never really made that step into doing it. And it's kind of strange if you really think about it, like 2 years doesn't even sound that much, but it is a lot. And if I look at clients that started 1 year ago and they're now making $30,000, $40,000, $60,000 a month, I'm like, that's a lot of opportunity cost that someone who's been waiting for 2 years has been just ranking up. And it kind of made me think about myself, where are the situations that I have maybe put in way too much time between the thought of starting something and actually starting something. And an interesting situation came up. It was actually skydiving. And just the other day, when was it, like a week ago, last week or something, we actually did go skydiving, and it was a crazy, absolutely beautiful experience. And the interesting part about that is how I got to do that, because I've always thought about doing skydiving for legitimately probably around 10 years. I've always had it in my head. I've always liked the idea of doing it someday. But I would always just micro-procrastinate. I would say, yeah, next summer I'll do it. And summer goes along, and I go on vacation here, and I do this project there, and then, it starts to become fall, and then you're like, nah, I'll do it next summer, next year, in the spring, when I'm back, and so on and so forth. And you just kind of start pushing it away from you. And what happened to me was I never made a conscious decision of saying just, okay, at this time I will do it. And interestingly enough, what happened to me was it was an outside force that came in, and that outside force was actually our coach Robert. He gave me skydiving session for my birthday. He gifted it to me, and obviously I couldn't say no. It was a gift, and I'm like, okay, I guess I have to go now. And that was the interesting part. It was that outside force that more or less, put me with my back against the wall, saying like, okay, now you have the present, you have to go. And ultimately I did go, and it was amazing, and it's kind of interesting because you're in this airplane. And the airplane starts slowing down, and you look out the window, and it's just certain death coming down, And it's very interesting because it's kind of like a metaphor for life. You're sitting in your airplane right now, and the airplane itself is probably comfortable. Like, you're there, you're safe, and you look out, and it's not safe, and the big unknown is there, and you're like, I'm fine where I am right now. Let's have the airplane just land and have at it and go home, Yet, as you probably guessed, the alarm goes on, and the door opens, and it's just like, just nothing out. There's just air flying by you, and you're strapped to that guy, and they're like, get ready, and you kind of do the things that they told you to do to be safe, and all of a sudden, whoop, you literally just fly through the air, and your whole body goes crazy, and it's all unknown and new, but at the same time, it's exciting, and all of a sudden, you spread your hands, and you're like, this is amazing, this is fun, this feels great, hell, I want to do it again. And in that moment, there's this kind of thing in the back of your head kind of thinking, why did I wait so long to do that? And while it was much more comfortable inside the airplane, or maybe even on the ground, this is so much better, and I'm happy that I had this outside force literally and metaphorically pushing me out of the safety of the airplane into the air, into free fall. And that was really, really interesting because it's again a metaphor for our life. So oftentimes we're in a situation where things are safe, things are kind of good. They're not ideal, they're not where we want them to be, but they're safe and they're comfortable, right? Imagine it would start raining now on the veranda, right? And the weather starts picking up and getting colder, and I'd be like, okay, well, I'm kind of fine the way I am right now, and I could kind of stand here. I'm a little safe from the wind here, or, you know, I kind of expose myself to discomfort for a couple seconds to get the umbrella. Like, imagine it would just start raining, and I'm like, okay, I'm running across the veranda here to get the umbrella, and I'm exposing myself. I'm out of the frame, I get it, but I'm exposing myself to the wind, and now I'm out, and now I'm in safety, and now I'm happy that I did it. Now here's the crazy thing. Imagine it would actually start pouring rain, and you don't want to walk around the corner where it's wind. What happens to you is you're getting wetter and wetter, you're getting soaked. So the longer time you're spending without the umbrella, just because you're uncomfortable of walking around the corner where there's more wind, the wetter you become and the worse your life situation gets. And that is exactly what usually happens with people who are wondering, what if, what if, what if? And I want to give you another really personal story. With my very first business, the first online coaching business about dating advice that I've built myself, together with my very, very good mentors, the very thing that helped me make multiple 7 figures a year, that was exactly a situation where I wasn't sure if I want to do that either. I was at home, I was in Austria, and I was studying at university, and I had kind of started my own business a little bit. I was making my first 4 figures, and then I got this great opportunity to work for free for somebody that I've always wanted to be mentored by. And they literally said, you're gonna work for free, you're gonna, you know, work your ass off the entire time, we cannot pay you, you have to pay for your own flights to get there. And in my head, I'm like, I have the safety now, I'm studying, I'm making a little bit of money doing my own thing, I have a job on the side and it's all okay, or I'm putting myself in massive debt, right? I'm putting myself in a situation where I cannot afford the airplane ticket unless I borrow money from all kinds of people, and I'm traveling to another country to work there for free for several months without any sort of guarantee. So logically speaking, on paper, it was a stupid decision, right? On paper, the logical situation would be stay at home, go make your money, stay safe. But I had exactly these 2 words in my head. I thought to myself, Max, when you're, actually it's not even raining anymore. I told to myself, Max, when you're 80 years old and you're lying on your deathbed and you're thinking about the situation that you're in right now, right? You're in the beginning of your 20s. You do not want to utter the words, what if, to yourself. You don't want to say, you know, I wonder what would have happened if I had said yes to this opportunity. And that was ultimately the game-changing decision for me, where I said, I do not want to wonder what if. I want to go and do. And even if I failed, if I go to the United States to work for free and I don't get any money back and I continue to be in debt, at least I can look myself in the mirror and say, I don't have to wonder what if. I know, because I did it. As fate would have it, it worked out well for me. It worked out very, very well, and I'm extremely happy that I did it. And the last kind of thought that I wanted to give you here before we're going to crack into that, if you haven't done so yet, give me a follow on my Instagram account. We're going to show it right now. This is very interesting because I'm dropping value nuggets on there every single day. I'm posting in the stories, I'm posting on the feed, I'm doing multiple live streams per week. Give me a follow. I'm also replying to all the DMs. I'm kind of showing you a little bit the behind the scenes, how much work is it really. I don't only want to show you the cool lifestyle stuff, but also kind of want you to connect the dots that it's also the work that I'm putting in. So I'm very proud of that. Check it out. The other profile that I want to very strongly recommend is our Freedom Business Mentoring profile. On there, we're posting our most successful client stories. We're posting more specifically business value nuggets on there every day. And of course, also we're replying to all the DMs there. So we're going to show both profiles here. You probably have your phone in your hand. Go give us a follow. We would highly appreciate that, and we can give you some value back. And the last kind of story, you might have heard me saying this before, is actually something that is kind of dear to my heart, and that was also with the very first business that I've started. I think it was 2015. I did a seminar in London. And I had these 2 guys come up to me and they said, because I asked like, where's everybody from? And most of the people were from London. And then there was these 2 French guys and they're like, oh, we drove here all the way from, I think it was Paris or something. They took a bus there. They didn't even have a hotel or anything. They had to like kind of crash somewhere. And they came all this way to be at that seminar, and I really, really appreciated that. And, you know, I gave them props. They were 2 young guys, very happy, and it was kind of cool. And then a year later, I come back to London and I do that seminar again, and I see one of the guys in the crowd again, and I have him come up and I'm like, hey, that's so cool, you made it again. Where's your buddy? Where's your friend, man? Is he around the corner? Where is he? And he said, dude, he died. He got hit by a car on his way home one day and he died. And that that friend of his was younger than me. He must have been in his early 20s. And I kind of realized it can just happen that fast. It can just poof, and you're gone. And you know, I don't know what happens when we die, and I don't know how much time you have to, you know, think about your life in that moment where you do die, but I know that I never ever, with my dying breath, want to think about what would have happened if I had done this, if I had done that. I want to be in a situation where I look back at my life and say, I've done everything I could. I've put all the action into my dreams. I've done good. I've had fun. And I don't have to wonder what if. And things happen. People die. You know, your parents are going to die at some point, and you're going to die at some point. Don't let that go to waste. Don't let that go to waste just because you want it to be safe, just because you want it to stay in the airplane and stay safe. Never, ever ask yourself, what if? And that's the message of this video that I wanted to share with you here today. I want to thank you very much for watching. When you say you're ready to get started with your own business, with your own financial security, with becoming your own boss, with being free, don't ask yourself, what if? You can book a free consulting call with me. There's a link down in the description. I'm going to put a link there. Link brings you to a page. You can read a little bit more. There's some more information on that page for free. It's all there for you. All you got to do is you scroll down at the bottom of that page. There's a little application form. You fill that out, and then you can book a free consulting call with us. All I wanted to say here is don't ever ask yourself, what if? Go ahead and do. And if you fail, that's fine. You get up, you learn, you keep doing it. But you never have to ask yourself, what if? So thank you very much for watching. Really appreciate that. Maybe talk soon. Bye-bye.
Hello everyone, Maximilian here. So 1 week ago, I got my first client for 1,000 euros. We just got off our second mentoring call, which was absolutely great. First off, a big thank you to all the coaches. You have been absolutely brilliant. I appreciate you guys so much. I always knew that I wanted to help people, and I wanted to help them for real. So back in the days, I thought that meant that I should go and become a doctor. So I went abroad for 1 year. I studied medicine, and it just felt horrible. I felt like I was taking the safe path through life. And what I'm helping people with right now is something that I've always wanted to help people with, but I never knew how to even start or make it a business. So once again, a big thank you.